Hey guys, you ever have one of those days where it's been kind of stressful? You come home and you try to crank out an episode of your YouTube series featuring you opening up packages of vintage baseball cards, only to find out after opening said pack of cards and recording said episode that you actually didn't hit record and having to do it all over again. Yeah. Take 2, episode 23. First card, the Caveman, Don Robinson, pitcher. Next card, repeat from last night's episode, Ozzie Smith's All-Star card. So last night I gave you some food for thought when I said that if Smith is in the Hall of Fame, does Omar Vizquel belong in the Hall of Fame? I'll give you my stance on that. Vizquel should be in the Hall of Fame, period. He was a better defensive shortstop than Ozzie Smith, the smoothest there ever was. And that's that. What an awesome baseball card this is. Darryl Strawberry, 1980 number 1 overall draft pick, 1983 Rookie of the Year. Darryl was one of the most feared sluggers in the game when he was in his prime. He battled his share of demons off the field with substance abuse, legal issues, behavioral problems, so he always has this reputation of unfulfilled potential. I think all of that kind of stems from a pretty rough childhood. That said, the man was still an 8-time All-Star and has 4 World Series rings. Like I said, this to me is just an awesome baseball card. Great piece of photography, and the colors and design just pop all over the place. I really like this card. Pedro's older brother, Ramon Martinez. So Ramon was on that 88 World Series championship Dodger team as a rookie, and I think it was 1990 when he pitched that game where he struck out 18 batters. Martinez has a no-hitter to his name, and in fact it was nearly a perfect game. He only walked 1 batter. Double strawberry pack. Here's Darryl's All-Star Series card. Darryl led the National League in home runs in 1988. Pitcher, Pat Perry, came over to the Cubs from the Reds in 1988, and it was with the Cubs in his very first at-bat as a Cub that Pat hit his first and only Major League home run. At this point, I think we've gotten more Bobby Bonilla than Dave Magadan cards. Here's Bonilla's All-Star card again, still grinning. Bruce Sutter. Bruce never pitched in '89. At this point in his career, he was dealing with a myriad of serious shoulder issues, and it was a severely torn rotator cuff that ended up putting him out of baseball for good. But in his prime, Bruce was the number 1 closer in the game, without a shadow of a doubt. He's in the Hall of Fame. He has exactly 300 saves. He's the first, and I think still only member of the Hall of Fame who, as a pitcher, never made a career start. If you go to my Instagram page, I'm at Adam Strick. I'll put it down at the bottom for you. I post some vintage cards, older than these usually, and I recently posted a very vintage card of Bruce. You don't even recognize him. He's all clean shaven and so young looking. Repeat from several episodes ago, way back when we first started this, Alan Trammell, still in the Hall. Here's somebody we haven't seen yet. The big cat, Andres Galarraga. So Galarraga got that nickname for his defensive reflexes. Unfortunately for him, he was often injured to the point that he won Comeback Player of the Year not once but twice. Now, to be fair, the second time around was for having battled cancer. So good on him for battling cancer and coming back. When he was on the field, Big Cat was an absolute professional hitter with great power and solid defense. Gary Ward. So Gary was more of a part-time platoon type guy for his career. But he's the father of Daryl Ward, who was also in the major leagues, and they were the first father-son combo to have each recorded a cycle in their careers. I can't remember now if it was the Biggios or the Bichettes that have done it since then. I'll have to look that up. Brett Saberhagen. Brett was an absolute monster in RBI Baseball. I remember mowing people down with him when I played that game. And in real life, Brett was a great pitcher every other year, it seemed. But he does have 2 Cy Young awards, including an incredible '89 season when he led the league in wins. He's got a World Series ring, a no-hitter, and you can kind of see in the card, Brett has this arm slot that's kind of a mild sidearm type thing. He developed that after some injuries earlier on. Catcher, Bo Diaz. Bo had a pretty humdrum major league career, but he's got a couple of interesting notes off the field. The first is from his native Venezuela, where he played winter ball. And I guess it's still on the baseball field. He was a catcher, and in winter ball in Venezuela, he caught no-hitters thrown by a father-son combo 13 years apart. So he caught a no-hitter thrown by the father. 13 years later, he caught the no-hitter thrown by the son. The second interesting thing about Bo is pretty morbid, and it's how he died. He was adjusting a satellite dish on top of his home when the satellite dish fell off and collapsed on top of him, crushing his skull. Bo Diaz, rest in peace, brother. Mets pitcher, Ron Darling. On that '86 amazing Mets team, current broadcast analyst, at least I think it's current. I know he took some time off for cancer. But if you ask Lenny Dykstra, Nels will tell you that Ron's faking the whole thing. That's a whole nother story, as is most things with Nels. And the last card is Ron's teammate, David Cone. I believe this is a repeat from many packs ago as well. But David is the '94 AL Cy Young. He's got a perfect game on his resume and a fistful of World Series rings from his days with the Yankees. And that's the last card in that pack. There's the gum. And that's all she wrote. Hopefully this go around I actually pressed record. It looks like I did. So good on me. I'll see you guys back here for another pack. Okay. And I hope everybody's staying safe, staying happy. Remember to get out and vote. And I'll see you later. Bye, guys.